Thanks to the support as a channel member, Dan Miles. Right, from this point on, we start taking Operation Win a third Champions League or a third different team within 5 years. Begins. We start to take it seriously. It's Champions League o'clock. Last 16, we play Leipzig. Let's just go and win. Easy peasy. Hello and welcome to Club 5, part 16 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have both legs of our Champions League last 16 tie against Leipzig. Since you were last with me, we've continued to win in the league. The league is pretty much wrapped up at this point. I don't think I'm going to show you much more league football this season. So if we lose today, it might be a transfer special tomorrow, but we're currently 16 points clear at the top of Serie A, 12 games to go in to have a game in hand, but they ain't catching us. Vlahovic has already got 29 goals. The man is absolutely absurd. So the focus now is on Leipzig. Leipzig that's not how you find out where they are in the league. They're third in the Bundesliga, so you would expect the best team in Italy to be able to beat the third best team in Germany. And hopefully, we're about to prove exactly that. We've got Secco in goal, a back four of Amgar, Mansouré, Sotalo and Agostini. Boatini at the base of the midfield, Gratakos and Szoboszlai ahead of him. Fabrice on the left, Bilger on the right, Vlahovic up front. Let's just go and win 5-0 in the first leg so we can really take it easy in that second leg. It's good to have Mansouré back from his injury as well. He's been out for a little while, but he is now fit. And I mean, he can actually try and get back into the team as a centre-back now. We signed him originally as a centre-back. He spent most of the last year and a half playing at left-back because we didn't really have one. But now we've got Amgar. Mansouré gets the opportunity to play at centre-back. This is the centre-back partnership we planned to use when we signed these two in that first transfer window, Sotalo and Mansouré. Obviously, since then, we've gone and got Valente as well. So we've got other options at centre-back. But this is a lot closer to what the plan was when I first made the plan. And then obviously plans change when left-backs become impossible to find. But now we've got a striker who can play at left-back. And that's all I ever wanted. It's everything dreams are made of. And we've got Leipzig knocking the ball around relatively comfortably here. So it would be quite nice if we could just take the ball off them. And Sotalo, was that Sotalo? No, it's Mansouré actually, who has, I don't remember the last time I saw Mansouré make a mistake. He's been so comfortable at left back for so long. Maybe he is a left back because playing him at centre back, he's made a mistake and it has led to us conceding the goal. He's slid in. The Leipzig guy's just taken it round him with absolutely no issues. And we find ourselves 1-0 down. Maybe don't mess with a winning formula. Maybe we're learning that. Or maybe Mansouré is just not fully fit yet. It's his first game back from injury. And it's showing with a little bit of match rustiness. He's got match rustiness. That's what he's suffering from. Right, we have the throw. Agostini to take. And this is our opportunity to go and grab ourselves an equaliser, I think. Agostini playing it across to Boatini. Szoboszlai. Vlahovic must be offside. I mean, he was never missing from there, but I think he must have been a mile offside. And a man who scores as many goals as he does, you would think he would understand the offside rule. Maybe he does. The ref's got his finger in his ear. Maybe he timed it perfect. No, of course he didn't. He was miles off. He was always miles off. He's so offside. Oh, we are actually going to get a replay. I thought he was so offside they wouldn't even bother showing. I mean, look at the state of that. At his age and with his goal-scoring prowess, he knows better than to do that. Goodness me. Give him a yellow card for incompetence. Unacceptable. So we remain 1-0 down as we head towards half-time. We've not really created anything at all. Leipzig have been really very comfortable in this game so far. We did play them in the league stage and struggled to a draw away from home at their place. So we have already got previous of struggling a little bit against Leipzig. Szoboszlai playing it across and Bilger with the header, but he can't keep his header down. And it remains 1-0 to Leipzig. And I'm not going to worry just yet. If we come into our home leg only 1-0 down, that's certainly a deficit that we can overturn. We've done it many times, but I do think the best team in Italy should be able to beat the third best team in Germany. And all the evidence suggests that's not actually the case. Right, we are going to take off Mansouré. Like I say, he's returning from injury, so Valente can come on for him. And we're also bringing on Lazrak. And for the final change, Bilger's not really been with it today, so let's bring on Ruiz and see if he can offer us something a little bit different on that right-hand side. It feels like the typical Sotalo guy. I've said Bilger's not really with it. He looked excellent there, but that's his last contributions. We've already agreed to the substitution. But this feels like a moment when Satalo steps up and grabs one of his big game goals from a corner. We've really generated very little. In fact, neither team has generated very much. It's been a bit of a nothing game where Leipzig have benefited from one defensive howler and find themselves in the lead. But there's really not much that's gone on. Right, we're going to bring Veloso dos Santos on in midfield. Agostini's tiring, so we can bring Maggioni on at right back. That's our final change made. And is this the corner? Is this the Satalo goal incoming? We've played this game before. See, maybe if we hadn't have made the substitution, that's where the Satalo goal was coming from. We're demanding more. We're into the final 10 minutes. Like I say, not panicking, but at the same time, would feel a lot more comfortable if we could grab a late equaliser in this match to take into the second leg. That is a disaster. Is he offside? It was a very similar position to where Vlahovic scored from in the first half, but there were more defenders around him than Vlahovic had around him. The referee, finger in his ear again. It's basically a repeat scenario, and he has denied it again. Denied it. I mean, that's how people talk about football. Goal denied. That one is close. We've got away with one a little bit there, and can we have a goal, please? That was a little bit too dangerous. 2-0 down going to the second leg. I do start to worry a little bit. Obviously, we've got plenty of firepower. We can always score goals. Boatini's got himself sent off here. That's going to make him interesting for the second leg. I've been waiting for that to happen all season long. That's actually his first red card of the season. Playing as that ball-winning midfielder, protecting the back four. It was always going to come in a big match, I guess. But that does, of course, mean he's now going to be suspended for the second leg as well. So we're going to have to shuffle things around a little bit. And we're down to 10 men for the rest of this game. Ruiz with the cross. It's a poor one. It's hit far too long. And now Leipzig with the opportunity for a counter-attack. Obviously, with no Boatini to protect the back four as well. Valente needs to get across and make this cover. And he did. He got in there, got the block, and Seco collects. And we'll take the final whistle now, please, ref. Valente plays it forward to Gratikos, who's dropped back into that deeper role to receive from the defenders. And now Vlahovic in his own half. He's not going to do much from here, is he? Although he did try and feed Gratikos, who'd run the full length of the pitch to go from being the deepest midfielder to ahead of the centre forward. But it counts for nothing because we've conceded a second goal. Although suspicions of offside again, maybe? The referee, finger in his ear again. This one, I think, has been given, and this is a big blow. And this directly comes from Boatini being sent off because this guy has run straight down the middle where Boatini would have been. There'll be people saying probably should have dropped someone else back into that deep midfield role rather than going with just the midfield two. I would argue we could have scored 10 seconds before, and at 1-1, I'd have looked the genius. It's the fine margins in football, but that's a tough task for the second leg. We're going to go and play this league game off camera. That is, we've left ourselves with a lot of work to do there. So nice little 8-1 win to just ease us back into scoring some goals again, ready for this second leg. I told you the league is wrapped up, but we do need a win today. No Boatini because of his suspension. So Locatelli's going to come in at the base of the midfield with Veloso dos Santos and Gratikos ahead of him. We're also moving Mansoret back out to left back where he belongs. Valente comes back into the team, and Valente has now played enough games for us to make his loan deal permanent. So he joins us in the summer. The total fee paid for the loan fee and everything all in, it works out at 37.5 million, which is obviously a lot less than I paid to take him to Tottenham. A lot more than I paid to take him to Preston. I just like signing this man, so it seems. We're also going with the front three that I think has got the most goals in it. Lazrak, Vlahovic and Bilger. Locatelli, not fully fit. He did play the full 90 in the 8-1 win, which was probably a mistake. I kind of forgot that Boatini was suspended, so rested him and played Locatelli at 36 years old and retiring in a couple of months. Played him for a full 90 in a meaningless league game, and now he has to come in and play a full 90 again in this game. Although I guess we could drop Veloso dos Santos back to play in that role if need be. What the hell is that corner? I have never seen anything quite... If this leads to a goal, I'm a genius, because obviously I've come up... What on earth am I witnessing here? Valente's got the... How is this a hard... That is the worst corner anyone has ever... We're going to score from it. Guarantee we're going to score from it, because otherwise why on earth have we seen it? Locatelli again, who took the corner, has now got the ball on the edge of the area. Veloso dos Santos, Bilger, and we do score from the worst corner in history. As soon as we took that corner, we were obviously scoring, because there's no other reason why we would see that corner take place. That one was a bit too obvious, Football Manager, but what a terrible corner. And we've recovered from it just based on the fact we're very good in possession. And Bilger with an excellent finish. 1-0, only 10 minutes in. We've still got another goal to make back. And then, obviously, from there, go on and win the game. But that is exactly the start that we needed. Weirdest corner. Let me know down in the comments. I know you've never seen a stranger corner than that in Football Manager. That was even worse than those perverted short corners that we do from time to time. That was absurd. Bilger trying to win the ball back. He did actually get it, but then gave it away immediately. Good old Football Manager things. But we are continuing to press and not give the Leipzig defenders any time on the ball, but they've played it over the top and got in behind us here. We need to sort ourselves out and get this ball clear, because a Leipzig goal here would be very problematic, and they've rattled the crossbar. And that is a little warning shot, because if we let them score here, this becomes a much, much harder mountain to climb. And my plan is very much to win the Champions League this season. Oh, God. Three times I've signed that man in this save, and this is how he repays me. Well, I mean, Seco did everything he could to try and keep it out, but what is Valente doing? And now we have a big, big problem. We're going to demand more. We have an enormous mountain to climb. We need Vlahovic and Bilger, these two superstar elite level strikers, to really turn it on today. Vlahovic was completely absent in the first leg, and he hasn't turned up in this second leg yet either. It's all well and good being the Ballon d'Or. We're out. We're done. That is it. We are out of the Champions League. The plan was win it this year. Looks like we're doing one more year at Juventus, because I mean, unless of course the same rules as last year. If the Preston job becomes available, then of course we'll leap back immediately. But we're kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for Preston anyway. I'm not leaving here without a Champions League win, though. This team is good enough to win the Champions League. We've just, I mean, it's been absolutely self-inflicted today. Leipzig are a team that have caused us problems 3 times this season now. Is the German league that much better than Serie A? Or do Leipzig just have my number? I'm not sure which is the case. Right, Vlahovic has got in behind here. A goal here gives us a chance, and I think have we got a penalty? We haven't got a penalty. It's just Vlahovic falling over. Graticos now playing it back across to Vlahovic, who's got up off the floor, and Veloso dos Santos with the shot that goes wide. We need 3 goals, and we need them quick. I mean, we're not dead yet, but we're pretty close. And we've been the better team today. That's the annoying thing. The stats confirm we have been the better side in this match so far. We've just had several moments of absolute madness from players who should know better. Lazrak now down the left-hand side. We must score from this move if we're going to have any chance of staying in this competition. Graticos, lovely ball across to Bilger, and it's a good save from the Leipzig keeper, who probably keeps Leipzig in the Champions League with that save, because I think we had to score there to get the momentum rolling and to give us any kind of chance. Obviously, we won't give up. Never say never. All that kind of stuff. Look at the match stats. But yeah, it ain't happening for us today, is it? The world has just decided that this season is not for us. I mean, I'm so disappointed with the attackers. Mansour is very frustrated. You're telling me. Take him off. We don't want to risk a problem. So Amgar's going to come on for him. Lazrak has been rubbish. Fabris can come on for him. And I'm going to take off Locatelli and bring on a more attacking player. We're going to move up to here. We're going to stick Graticos in there. And Gervasio can come on in midfield. I'm just going to shuffle everything around a little bit in here. And we'll do this. I mean, I don't think it's going to make enough of a difference, but we've got to throw someone. We've got to try and go a little bit more attacking, throw some players forward somehow without going mad with it. We've got to try something different. What we've been doing in 3 matches against Leipzig just hasn't been working. Fabris now playing it forward, looking for Vlahovic. Can't find him. Gervasio plays it into Fabris. Bilger's there in the middle. Fabris doesn't need him. And we've got a goal back. It's 2-2 on the night. 4-2 still to Leipzig on aggregate. But Fabris, the Juventus homegrown boy, grabs us an important goal and immediately straight into the back of the net, grabbing the ball, running back to the centre circle. No time to celebrate. Let's just get the game back underway. We've got 2 more goals to score. Come on, boys. Dare we dream a little bit? I mean, look how much better than Leipzig we've been today. It's just so frustrating that it's not gone our way. Agostini coming off again. He can never play a full game of football. And we're going to take off Gratakos, bring on Szoboszlai, and we're going to stick Gervasio in that more attacking position. And Bilger and Vlahovic are both shattered. Vlahovic has had such a poor game. We've got to leave them both on. They're both too good to take off in this situation. Come on, boys. 2 more goals. It's doable. We're demanding more. I feel very hard done by with how this is going. Maggioni with the throw. And it's Veloso dos Santos to Vlahovic. Shoots from range, I think. Or is he aiming it for Fabris? He's just bottled both legs of this. I don't know what's got into him. Mr. Ballon d'Or just doesn't seem to have the bottle for winning the Champions League, which is very upsetting. Szoboszlai to Bilger. Gervasio's got himself into a good position here, but couldn't keep control of the ball. And it's back with Leipzig, and we've got a couple of minutes left in this game. I don't think it's happening, is it? We dreamed for a moment when we got the goal through Fabris, but even if we score here, I can't see us scoring twice. Although Bilger is in, and he does score. 89 minutes gone, and we just need 1 more goal. And now Bilger is the man racing back to the centre circle to try and grab us the equaliser. Can we pull off an absolutely absurd comeback? Bilger, lovely finish from him. At least he's turned up. What on earth do we do from here? We're demanding more. Just score a goal, lads. Right, we're sending Seko forward. Seko's going to go forward at corners because he's a big boy. Seko, get him on that near post. We obviously want Sotalo still where he normally is. Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, if Seko scores, can you imagine? Oh, can you imagine? Right. Just go for it, lads. Come on. The clock's just ticking away. We're not even going to get another highlight. It's a corner. Can Seko score? Oh, it was Seko who got on the end of it. It's gone over. And that was the last kick of the game with Seko's head. I mean, it was written for him to score there. If he keeps his header down and that goes in, I think I'd probably have a stroke. So it's probably for the best that it didn't happen. But we have been knocked out of the Champions League. We gave it a good go. We've finally actually beaten Leipzig in a one-off game. But it's not enough. We are out of the Champions League. We have to go again next year. That is a very disappointing Champions League performance. We go again next year. We will... I mean, are we just going to go all the way through? And we're not going to do a transfer special tomorrow. We need to show you us lifting some cups. We could yet still win the Coppa Italia and we should win Serie A. So we'll do some trophy lifts tomorrow and then we'll come up with a transfer plan the day after. I'm very disappointed with what I've just seen. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.